What good is financial freedom if you don't have health? I mean, really think about it. What good is it, earning six figures? What good is it being able to call yourself a millionaire if you're not able to enjoy it? In a text that I got from a friend of mine a couple of days ago really hit home to me. Basically, I got this text from my friend. I had just talked to her like a couple of days prior, and I got a text from her saying that she was on her way to the hospital. And I'm like, yo, what's up? No, she was actually at the hospital, excuse me. And then she went on to say that, yeah, she was having stomach pains. They had to do an MRI. There seems to be some type of, blockage or mass. And they was checking to see if it was cancer. Just that quick. A life-changing diagnosis can completely, change your life. And yeah, like I said, it just really hit home because it's like, what good is all this stuff, right? What good is me paying off the mortgage and, having these rental properties and stuff like that if I'm not able to enjoy my life, right? My health type of thing. So, and, that text, it just reminded me too, just a couple years ago, several of my family members had their own health scares. 2025 in regards to health, really among my friends and my family members, was one of the worst years of my life, man. Just very stressful. But when you see someone close to you like that in pain and suffering, it just makes you slow down, man, and just really take what's important in life, right? What really matters at the end of the day. And I'm sure you've all heard, and I know I heard it before, all this stuff, that we may have in our house or whatever have you. We can't take it with us. We can't take it with us, and it just reminds me of, there's a scripture, that says, don't store up your treasures on earth, but in heaven, because that's where it really matters. It don't matter down here on earth. It matters up there in heaven. Yeah, man. And it's just that text that just, yes, did something to me. But, she's going to be fine. I know she's already healed. I'm already claiming it. I know I have faith. She has faith. She's going to be fine. But it just really serves as a reminder that we only have one body and we need to take care of it, right? The best way that we can. I'm not saying you got to be perfect or become this ultra marathon runner unless you want to be. I'm not saying that at all. But what can you do to make movement in your life more intentional? For me, it's my daily walks. I go on walks pretty much every day. And at this point, for me, these walks, not just about physical, it's more about my mental. I really treat it like my mental health, because it just helps me to think clearly, to escape from all the noise. And I walk in silence. I don't walk in, with headphones on or anything like that. So yeah, my daily walk. So what is something simple that you can incorporate into your life to help you start some type of health journey, whether it's movement, food, the food we eat? Lord, don't get me started on that. We got parasites all in the lettuce and stuff like that. But it just reminds me of this one coach I follow on YouTube. Her name is Coach Rowe. And she talks about, healthy eating, but she calls it God's food, right? It's like, what's in the Bible that we should be eating, right? And it just reminds me of that, just that all of this can be for nothing, right? Nobody knows the day or the hour that we'll be called home to glory, and we need to enjoy each moment that we can. We need to take care of ourselves, both mentally and physically, and not take anything for granted. Check on your friends, because yeah, the crazy thing about it, because my friend, she, a couple of days before, like I said, I had talked to her, she was actually calling to check on me. She was like, I hadn't heard from you. I'm just checking in. How's it going? How's the family? That type of stuff. Not knowing just a short while later, she'll be fighting what she's fighting, right? It just goes to show you, man, nothing is promised in this world. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, so we better enjoy today. enjoy life to the fullest, and it starts with stewarding our health. Not just our wealth, but our health, whether it's physically, whether it's mentally. We have to take care of ourselves. So yeah, I just wanted to just come on here and share that with you. Yeah, I'm out here in the backyard right now. I just got done with my walk, so just wanted to come on here and share. Hopefully, you know, it encourages you some type of way to get moving today. And with that, I'll holler at you next time.